Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Bola, also known as Strictly Dishes. If this is the first time you're joining, please kindly like, subscribe, share and send in your comments. I'll be here to answer you. And to all my subscribers, I see a very big thank you. So today I will be making concoction rice or Sapa rice. I don't know which one you people call it. But one thing I know is that this particular rice recipe, it saved my life a whole lot when I was in school. Like this has to be the go-to rice for most of the students that I know. So I'm trying to recreate it. I'm not going to add so much effigy to it. So I'm just going to do it the way I used to do it when I was back in uni, back in the day. So I'm just going to use this manual shredder, and I'm just going to try as much as possible just to shred the tomatoes because this is how we used to do it back then. So if this is how our tomatoes should look, so I'm just going to go that this is exactly how I'm going to do it. I'm not using a blender because back then I didn't have a blender. So I want to actually recreate this food the way I used to do it. Then in a heated pot, we're going to put in some vegetable oil. As you all know, I'm actually using sunflower oil because it's very light and it's a healthy source of oil. So that's what I'm using. And I'm going to pour in my already chopped tomato, pepper, tatashi, and everything. And I'm just going to fry all of that together. And you know the good thing about this sapa rice, it doesn't take time to get cooked. Like before you say Jack, your food is ready. Sometimes we even eat from the plate. I'm sure some of you can testify to that. And for this particular sapa rice, my dear, you know back then there was not much seasoning. The only seasoning that I knew back then in school was curry and thyme, and that is what I am going to stick with this particular recipe. So I'm just going to be using curry powder and my thyme. So I'm just going to put some of the curry powder into my tomato mix and also some curry powder. And remember then we used to be very generous with curry so that at least it would disturb your neighbor and they will know that yes, somebody's cooking today. I'm also going to use my seasoning cubes. I've used 3 seasoning cubes and some salt, and I'm just going to turn that, we allow it to fry very well because that is where the aroma, you understand, comes out. So I'm going to allow that fry. Then we go to the chairman of the occasion. The chairman is the Titus fish, also known as mackerel. We call it Titus, but it's actually from the mackerel family. Okay, do you also know some of the health benefits? I thank you. Now it's time for I guess you did not know. Did you know that mackerel are considered some of the most nutritious fishes? They are excellent source of protein, vitamin B2, B3, B6, and B12, and also vitamin D. Do you also know that this fish belongs to the oily fish category? They are one of the best source of omega-3. It is considered good fat that keeps your heart and brain healthy. So one thing we should consider is that there is good fat and there is bad fat. But this particular fish has its own good fat and is one of the best source of omega-3. Okay, they have also a very good amount of unsaturated fat than saturated fat. So you should also check out foods that have saturated and unsaturated. This particular fish has more of unsaturated fats than saturated fat. And also, eating of this particular fish may boost your heart health. Now you know. Back to our video. So I have already pre-cooked this rice. Yes, I have pre-cooked it, not pre-washed. I have pre-cooked it, that is parboiled it, and now it's boiling, and I'm just going to turn everything together. It's a very simple rice, but the taste of this rice is out of this world. I've been trying to think what actually gives it this beautiful taste. My dear, it's nothing other than this Titus fish or mackerel fish. Because if you actually get the original one, it does magic to your food. And remember, back then in school, we must add something. Do you know? Or should I tell you? Of course, now you know. Boiled eggs. You just have to add boiled eggs to this rice. That is it. and you cover it. Without boiled egg, no, the food is not complete. It has to be Titus fish and boiled egg. And I'm just going to cover that and allow it to cook. Yes, this is how it looks. The color is always the same. It is always going towards white because, of course, there's no money for tin tomato then. So, this is how the rice is looking. But don't get it twisted. The taste and the aroma of this food is out of this world. This food was a lifesaver to me back in my uni days. In short, I would say I don't even know how to thank this food because I remember so many afternoons just coming back, and the only thing that comes to my mind is just bring out your pot and put everything. 30-45 minutes, we are done. Yes, if you actually follow this process of concoction or Sapa rice as it is called, this is how it should be looking. It should be looking like this or better than this. So I'm just going to plate it. You can see how the pepper is standing out, tomato, that is how I like it for this particular rice. And yes, my boiled eggs coming in, sitting pretty, very, very pretty at the center of it. So if you like this video, please share, subscribe, send in your comments. I'll be here to answer. If you are, and also tell me, would you like to eat this sapa rice or concussion rice like this? Or would you add plantain? Or would you add beans? But for me, this works perfectly for me. Tell me in the comment section what you'll be adding to this particular rice. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for watching. Have a very beautiful day and don't forget, eat healthy. Bye.